Hello, my name is Dr. Paul Leslie, and I'm going to be your instructor for the PME GDE 831 for winter 2026. Let me just say that I really love this course. I've taught it several times, and I really enjoy how this course builds on itself throughout each of the modules. So let's have a look. First of all, just a quick note about me. If you come into the course, or when you come into the course, you'll see a little overview of who I am. I've been teaching for quite a long time in several different countries around the world. I've just finished my role here in Abu Dhabi as a division chair, and I'll be in Nova Scotia for this course, so I'll have lots of time to really work with you on this very exciting course. So let's look at the course itself. You will get an email from me with these course dates, which I've very carefully aligned. You'll see that by the end, the last couple of assignments, you have a lot of time to work on them. The first couple of assignments come quite quickly, but then you have a lot of time to really think about how you're going to apply your new learning to some of your curriculum. So let's just look at these individually. I try to post videos on each section as we go along to give you a little bit more insight into each one. But as an overview, we're going to start the first week just with an introductory email. And you're going to talk a little bit about an email to me, and that obviously overlaps with yourself as a learner. So when we think about curriculum development and curriculum innovation, it's always helpful to think about, well, what do we like and how do we like to learn? So we're going to just do a little bit of an autobiographical, sort of autoethnographic investigation of ourselves, share that and get a little bit of feedback. And then you're going to jump right into planning practices. So I love this first module. You go through a series of activities to really examine what you do in your own planning and what are some key concepts. And you'll do a bit of reading to see how if you can characterize your planning within some of the common thoughts around curriculum design. At the same time, you'll be building a set of resources which you will share and get a final grade at the end of the course, well, almost at the end of the course, March 6th, so the week before the end of the course. So in this planning practices, you'll come up with a PowerPoint slide after a range of activities, which you'll share, which talks about some of the concepts that you think about in planning. And this is color-coded, so the next assignment, Module 2, takes that same PowerPoint from Module 1 that you've designed with your concepts, and you'll look at your own innovative curriculum planning framework. So you'll look at a few online, some established ones, and then design your own, because we all approach what we do in a slightly different manner. Of course, you'll borrow from the literature and you'll borrow from existing frameworks, but we want you to really think about your own. And that leads very nicely into taking some risks. So once you have your framework designed, you'll work on a big assignment on how can you build innovation into your teaching. So innovation by nature includes taking some risk. If we're truly being innovative, we are doing something new. If we're doing something new, then it implies that we don't really know what the outcome is going to be. So we'll talk about who takes the risk, you or your students, and how do you take that risk? What is risk, and so forth. So I really enjoy this assignment. I think it's really critical. You'll share your assignment in the discussion forum to get some feedback, and then you'll revisit that framework in Module 4. So after you've thought about the risk element and you've gotten feedback from your peers on that assignment, you'll then revisit your framework to add to it, to build upon it, make it more inclusive, add more risk, take a bit of risk out depending on what you've done. Very, very motivating module. I really enjoy seeing the work from that. Then you're going to take all of your new learning, your new ideas around risk, the feedback from your peers from here, the feedback from here, and you get more feedback because this is a discussion board. And then you're going to pour all of that new learning into a leadership assignment in which you will design some kind of presentation for your colleagues and peers in your institution or school, and think about how can you take some leadership role in curriculum design and inspire your colleagues and peers at your school to adopt a more innovative, risk-taking, and highly motivating curriculum development. So I think this course is great. I get a lot of great feedback from students on this. Students always love taking this course. It's really quite transformative. As I said, as we go through the course, I'll add more comments and investigate each assignment a bit more in depth as we progress. But for now, you can see the course very much builds on this initial work. So Module 1 is really quite transformative and key, and then we'll build upon that as we go through the course. So very much look forward to meeting you and seeing your work in this course. And yes, there we go. Thank you.